Hi, beautiful, beautiful, wonderful children. Here is another video, and this time it is we're going to work some CSEC questions, right? So we're still on composite functions or function composition. Now here is the question. It says that the functions h of x and g of x are defined as h of x equals 10 divided by x minus 3, while g of x equals 3x minus 2. Now the first thing they ask us to do is to evaluate g of 4. What do we do? Here we go. Now I want you to remember what we said in our previous video, our previous lessons. So g of 4 is simply saying we're using the 4 as the input, we're putting it into g. So 4 is going into the g function. See that arrow? Telling you that you're putting the 4 into g of x. This is what this means. Yeah, so you start from your right. What is on your right is your input. So the 4 goes into g. 4 goes into g. Now we go. Here we go. Remember that the g function is 3x minus 2. Now I like to use the boxes because it just, make things look a little easier to understand. So 4 goes into the function g of x, which is 3x minus 2. So wherever x is, we will put 4. It means therefore, as I said, I like using the boxes, so let me just use a box now. So 3, remember, what operation is taking place here? If you said multiplication, you're correct. So 3 times x minus 2. So it would be 3 times 4 minus 2. 3 times 4 gives us 12. Good. 12 minus 2 is what we would have here. 12 minus 2 gives us 10. Very good. So it means that g of 4 is equal to 10. Alright. Now pause the video if you need to just look over this. Part B, if you notice, part B says h of g, we are supposed to evaluate h of g of 4. Now looking at it, we realize that, hey, g of the 4 is going into the g, then the g, all of that is going into h. 4 is going into g, comes from up here. It's the same evaluation from here. So to make life easier, we can simply do this. We can take this 10, which is the g of 4. The g of 4 equals 10, right? And we can now place it into the h function. Yes, makes life so much easier, right? This is what CSEC does sometimes to make students' lives easier. So we're going to be placing this 10 into the h function. You remember what the h function is? Don't worry if you don't remember. Let's just get back the question here. So it's 10 divided by x minus 3. So 10 divided by x minus 3. Remember now that whatever is your input, it replaces the x, which represents the input, right? So 10 now goes in the place of x. It's a coincidence that the numerator and the denominator are 10. You see that? But it makes life easier, right? So it's 10. X is replaced by this 10 there. And then we subtract 3. As I said, I just love using my boxes. I just love using them. So 10 divided by 10 gives us 1. Good. Minus 3. And we all know 1 minus 3 gives us. Very good. If you said negative 2, you are very much correct. Good job. Alright, so remember you can pause the video if you want to see it, if you want to get more time to see the question, and even you can rewind, remember. So here is question 2. Remember, these are all CSEC questions. So it says Now this time it's a different g and f function, right? They are different ones from the ones we just looked at. So here it says the functions f and g are defined as follows. Oh, pardon me, students. We're not finished with this question yet. So we're not going to move on to question 2 yet. There was another part to this question which says, here it is. Sorry. This is the other part. So it says to write the right expression in x for g of x. So it's coming from the same number 1. All right. So write expression in x for g of x. All right. Now what does that mean? It's simple. Just like what we were doing earlier, right? This time we are putting the g back into the g function. So if you remember, we are putting what is on the right into the one on the left. So g, literally going into g. So g of x is 3x minus 2. And all we're doing is to place 3x minus 2 in the place of 3 in the place of x here. So let's go. Alright, so it's nothing you can't do. Believe me, nothing you can't do. You can do this. So let's put our box in. Yeah, our lovely box. Remember, so this is a function that we are going to place that is going to be having some replacement done to it. This is the one we're going to have some replacement done to it. So this x here is going to be replaced by all of this. So 3 open bracket all of this 3x minus 2 minus 2. All right, and we can simplify. Yes, we can simplify that expression a little bit more. 3 times 3x gives us 9x. 3 times negative 2 gives us negative 6, and this minus 2 remains here. So we will be left with 9x minus 8 is a negative 6. So you're saying negative 6 minus 2. So that means the g of x function is actually equal to 9x minus 8. All right. Remember, you can pause the video to look at it a little bit more. Now for question 2. Now question 2, we're still using functions f and g, but now they are defined as 2x f of x is defined as 2x plus 5, while g of x is x minus 3 over 2. And we are asked to evaluate g of f of negative 3. Alright, so we didn't get any other part of this question except for this one here. So let's go ahead and just do that. We know, right? Remember that whatever is on the right hand is whatever is to the right, that's what is our input. So negative 3 is to the right. We're going to be putting it into the f function, and then all of the result will be put into the g function. So let's do it bit by bit. Now here I have my diagrams. Yes, diagrams make things look so much easier. So the negative 3 goes into the f function, then that result goes into the g function. Negative 3 into the f function, let's recall it is 2x plus 5. Good. So negative 3 replaces x in f function, then the result that we get will be placed in the g function, which is x minus 3 divided by 2. All right, so let's go. Yes, I'm going to be using my boxes again. Lovely boxes. So this time 2 is not being multiplied by x because x is negative. X is being replaced with negative 3. So the result that we would get, we know we would put it in this function, x minus 3 over 2. All right, here we go. So 2 times negative 3 gives us, you said negative 6, you're correct, plus 5. Yes, still gonna use my box. Don't mind the look of the box, right? The box might look a little bit lopsided, but just remember what it stands for. So when we get our result, we're going to be putting it into the g function. So have you worked out what this should end up being? Very good. If you said it will be negative 1, you are so correct. So this negative 1 would go into the g function, replacing the x minus 3 upon 2. Okay. All right, getting a little lengthy here. So down here we have our replacement going on. Instead of x, we would put what x is equal to here. X is equal to negative 1 based on our diagram. So negative 1 minus 3 upon 2. When you work out, remember you have to now work out the numerator. What do you get when you work this part? If you said negative 4, awesome job. Now that simplifies. So it's a negative 4 upon 2, which equals to negative 2. If you said negative 2, bravo. Wonderful. So we can do a little statement here. Therefore, hope you can see clearly. Therefore, g of f of negative 3 equals negative 2. Alright. Yes, there it is. Lovely, lovely maths. And remember, if you have any questions, you can ask them. Hope it was clear, everybody. Bless you.